you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I don't have a game plan for today's video. My entire house is an absolute disaster. So we're just gonna start in one room and just make our way around the entire house. And I'm hoping that we can get a ton done. We have been having a ton of birthday parties. As you guys know, Quinn and Grayson's birthday was this past week. So everything just kind of took a seat on the back burner when it came to cleaning, and I'm going to try and catch up on all of it today. So I hope you all enjoy today's video, and let's just get right into it. Thinking about the way that you know me. So we're starting today's video off by terrifying poor Mac by popping a balloon in his face. He made a full recovery and got over it very quickly, but we are starting today's video off in the kitchen. As you can see, my entire countertop was an absolute disaster. We have dishes, I have my bag, we have my kids' stuffed animals and presents from their birthday parties. So I'm going to go ahead and just find a home for everything and just get everything put away before we move on to wiping everything down and working on the dishes. It was fighting. At one point I would never thought that I would meet someone like you. This time it's all different. You got every little string on me. The way you make me feel is crazy. How did you get so fly? You got me like my. So if you guys are familiar with the very popular bog bag, it's like a rubber bag for the beach or the pool. I found this one at Costco for a fraction of the price. I have wanted a bog bag for a very long time. I just think they are such a good idea and perfect for beach days or going to the swimming pool with the kids, but I refuse to pay over $100 for a rubber bag. So I was very excited when I saw this one in Costco. They had this corally orange color, and they did also have a blue one, and it was only $50, which in comparison to the actual bog bag is a really good deal. And I believe that would even be cheaper in the States. I am in Canada, but I absolutely love this. So if you have been on the fence about making the splurge to purchase a bog bag, I would highly recommend this dupe from Costco. Got every little string on me. The way you make me feel is crazy. How did you get so fly? You got me like my. You got me like my. You got me like. So all of the cast iron pans on my stovetop were recently seasoned, and I was just waiting for them to cool down to put them back away into the drawers. Just in case anyone thought I was putting dirty dishes away, I am not. They are clean. I did also make a trip to Bath & Body Works because it is currently their semi-annual sale, and I stocked up on my new favorite summer soap. This is Coastal Watermelon, and I purchased one of these back in April, I believe, and I fell in love with it. I usually don't enjoy the watermelon scents, but this one is so good. So when I saw it on sale, I made sure to stock up so I had it for the rest of the summer. You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rockin' if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby. So I wanted to have a little chat with you guys about my summer schedule coming up. I will have all three of my kids home for the next 2 months. They do still have a couple more weeks of school. It does not end until the end of June where I live. I know a lot of kids are already out, but I will have all 3 of them for July and August, and that may affect how much and how often I am able to film my videos for YouTube. I think I'll be able to still get a video out every single week. I have been doing this for a long time, and I have worked around filming around my kids and trying to get stuff done after they go to bed and all of that kind of stuff. So I don't think there will be too much of an issue, but I did want to give you guys the heads up that there may be weeks where I don't post, or maybe I post a little bit later, like on a Sunday or Monday instead of the Friday. I am, of course, wanting to stick to my Friday schedule. I feel like YouTube does not like it when I post off schedule. The algorithm always works against me, so I'm going to try my best. And I, of course, don't want to let you guys down. I love posting every single week and getting to interact with you guys. But with my kids being home and just the ages that they are at, they are constantly wanting to be on the go. So we're doing biking and park trips. And then, of course, we are going to be doing camping and some summer holidays as a family. So I am going to do my best to be here present every single week, but I do want to apologize if I may skip a week. This is my job and I do take it very seriously, but I am a mom first, and that is, of course, my number one priority. But I really am hard on myself when I miss a week here on YouTube. So I know you guys understand, but I did just want to put the little PSA out there in case things happen. But I will be back stronger than ever in September. Quinn is actually going to be going to preschool 2 days a week, so I will have 2 full work days every single week, and I think that's going to make a big difference for me. I also can't believe she is old enough to go to preschool, and then Grayson's going to be going into grade 2 and Rowan's going to be going into grade 1. So it is just wild to me. I also did want to say thank you so much to all of you for all of the support that you show my channel and my videos each and every week. I am just so appreciative, and I truly feel like I cannot say thank you enough. Behind the mirrors and all that smoke, promises and alibis, I don't believe, told me you would change my world. Now I know what you are worth. Gone and lost your hold on me. I don't believe. Have me acting like a fool to no use. Got me wondering why you still giving me nothing. A whole lot of nothing, baby. Would've settled for something, but I'm giving in with the waiting for your darling to zero. No hint of a hero. Now you're selling me your stories, but I don't believe you. Every now and then you lose in life. What you're risking when you roll the dice. Now I'm gonna place the bet on me. I do believe you will learn what it's like to fail. Gave a little and far too late. Now it's time for you to up and... Now that the kitchen and the dining room are cleaned, we are going to be moving on into the living room. It was not overly messy in here, but I did have a couple birthday decorations still out, and I just had to pick up a couple toys and straighten out the couch. My floors were in rough shape and in desperate need of a good vacuuming, but since I had so much left to clean this day, I did decide to just use my robot vacuum. I used to set this up every single night before I went upstairs for bed, and I have just been forgetting. I think you can set a timer so it just runs the same time every day, so I really have to set that feature up again because it is such a time saver and just makes your home look so much cleaner. Now we are upstairs and we are going to be getting started in the bedrooms. We are going to be starting with Rowan and Quinn's room. I think theirs was the messiest of the three, so I'm just going to give their room a good clean by picking everything up off the floor. They had a ton of laundry and clothes, and then of course we're going to be polishing and dusting all of the furniture and vacuuming their carpets.
Trees are in green, the ocean is gray, sky is a vague blue, come my way. My room is a mess, it could use a hand. My favorite TV shows are capturing. I know I must get it right, must get back in the fight. This can't be a surprise, I think I'll let it slide. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems. I know I can't make it through. Every night it's the same, I keep running fast, left and right, wondering where my head's gone now. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems. I know all of my problems. I know. Where did it go? The feeling of
I mentioned last year when we originally did the girls' bedroom makeover that I wanted to buy maybe some tulle curtains for their closet and add some twinkle lights, but it has just been something that is on the back burner and I haven't been in a rush to do it, but lately Rowan has been a little nervous sleeping next to the closet. I don't know if she had a bad dream or what is making her kind of scared. So I think that might be something we do sooner than later because I think she would much prefer having the closet covered. I remember things like that when I was a kid, like having the door at a certain angle or having the closet doors opened, and it just kind of freaks you out when you're little. So I totally understand, and I think we're gonna have to get some sort of situation because as you can see, her bed is right beside the closet, and I don't want her to feel scared or nervous, even though as an adult, we obviously know there is no reason to be.
maybe I need a break. Maybe that's why I fade into this bitter taste. I think I'll let it be. I know the next morning.
Now we're moving on to Gray's room, and he got a ton of Pokemon Lego and puzzles and just fun things to do, but he did just pile it all into the corner of the room here. So I am just quickly clearing off a shelf in his closet so I can put all of his new stuff in one place and he can reach it easily and just know where to find it all, but it's not just on the floor. And then I'm just going through and clearing off all of his furniture because of course it is all covered in Pokemon cards and all of his little Pokemon knickknacks and things he has. He did just celebrate his birthday and he collected a ton more stuff, so he has been going through it and setting it all up, but I'm just going to take this time to reset his bedroom and then he can kind of organize it later with how he wants it.
You're lying next to me with heavy eyes while I need a new friend, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone who can play though, wanna hang with me. I'm not really looking for a friend, so spend your time with me.
Now we are moving on to the master bedroom, and the first thing I was wanting to do in here was just stripping my bed so I could get all of my bedding in the washing machine. I do like to wash my bedding every single week, and I was due to wash it on this cleaning day. I also wanted to get it in now because this was already a little bit later in the day, and for some reason whenever I decide to wash my bedding, it's always a little bit later, and then by the time I go to bed I have forgotten it's in the dryer and I have to make my bed. It always makes me so sad, and unfortunately this day was one of those days. I put my jammies on, I got ready for bed, I went to go climb into bed with my Kindle, and I remembered that there was no bedding on it, and that is just the worst feeling.
Get next to me, all that I want is to get next to you, not asking for much, but it feels like the two of us are golden, gold, you see. We'll do you good, so take a chance on me. It's magical when you are close, so get close with me. We'll do you good, 'cause I am golden, I'm golden. Get next to me, get next to me. Get next to me, get next to me. Get next to me, get next to me. Get next to you, get next to you. Get next to me, get next to me.
So we went to Disney World back in March, and I have not stopped thinking about it. We had the best trip. It was so much fun. Everybody had the best time. And I thought it might be one of those one and done trips, or we would go now when the kids are little, and then maybe in 6, 7, 8 years from now when they're older. But I honestly think we might go again in 2 years or so. Like I said, I loved it. I already miss it, and I'm just surprised I'm feeling this way. I'm sure some of you can relate, and then I'm sure others probably think I'm nuts, but we might plan another trip for maybe 2026, and I would love to go in September this time so we could see all of the fall decorations and all of the Halloween stuff. And I just think my kids would be at a really fun age in 2 years as well, and Quinn would also be tall enough to ride everything, I think. It is also a very expensive trip. I think they charge way more than they should. And then, of course, being Canadian, the exchange rate for the Canadian dollar to the US dollar absolutely kills us. It makes it that much more expensive. So if it is something we do want to do, we are definitely going to have to start saving now. But life is just a little more fun when you have something like that to look forward to.
I know we've been through a lot, holding hands while screaming at each other. And I don't know how to stop.
Whenever I am vacuuming my carpets, I do alternate between my Dyson Animal Vacuum, which is this one, and my Eureka Canister Vacuum. I love them both for different reasons, but I would love to purchase the Shark Vacuum. Whenever I have asked for recommendations for a new canister vacuum, Shark is by far the #1 most recommended, and I think I am going to purchase one next time I see them on sale.
With me, come home with me tonight. Run away with me, it'd be worth the time. Run away with me, I made you feel alright. Run away with me, and I'll be good this time around. I'll be good this time. I'll be good this time. I'll be good this time. Don't say we're drifting apart, I can't stand you
now we are moving right on into my master bathroom, and it is also disastrous in here. I'm not doing a deep clean of the entire bathroom. The main order of business in here was cleaning off my countertop because, as you can see, there was no space for anything else. It has gotten extremely out of hand and it is slightly embarrassing, so I really wanted to get this tackled today as well. So like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I have been taking a little bit of a break on cleaning this week. We've had so much going on and it just has not been on my priority list. So it felt so good to have a really busy day full of cleaning. I love when I can sit down at the end of the night once my kids have went to bed and just relax guilt-free. I love to watch a good show. Justin and I are currently watching Suits, or I do love to read my Kindle, and I just feel like I can enjoy those activities so much more when I know I got stuff done during the day and just had a productive day around the house and am caught up on all of the stuff that needed to be done.
I got red eyes, but it's all blue. Those colorful eyes, they don't shine like they used to. The city don't want us, babe. We won't survive this place. The city don't want us. The city don't want it. And if I would lie and stay, it wouldn't feel the same. I won't lie. No, honestly, it doesn't feel like home, like home. Home, feel like home. A faded mind, so we stay blind. Oh, the city don't want us. Got a tendency to fading out underwater.
So these clips were actually filmed a couple days earlier than the days I was cleaning, and I just wanted to share me making some of Grayson's cupcakes. This was the night before his birthday, and I wanted to make him some Pokeball cupcakes to bring with him to school just as a fun way to celebrate, because who wants to go to school on their birthday? So any way I can make that a little more fun, I am definitely going to do. But I am just mixing some red icing. It was really tricky to make the right red for a Pokeball. It should have probably been a couple shades more red, but it is very hard to mix red when you have white icing to work with. So this was as good as I was gonna get. I didn't want to put an obscene amount of red food dye in, so I am just doing the top half of the cupcake red, and then once I am finished this, I am going to go in with white icing and do the bottom half before I move on to the black detailing. At the time I was making these cupcakes, Justin and I were talking about 7 years ago at this time, almost to the minute, my water broke and we were not expecting that at all. It was 8 days earlier than my due date, and I had heard with your first, you usually don't go early, you more than likely will go late. So I was not expecting to go into labor early, but my water broke as we were finishing the nursery. It was very wild timing, but I was standing in his nursery and just looking around and just taking it all in. We had just finished it probably 45 minutes earlier, and I ran into the bathroom because Justin was actually taking a bath, and I ran in there and told him I think my water broke because I'm definitely not just peeing myself, and I'm standing there and it's just dripping down my legs. It was the most wild experience. I really can't explain at all what it feels like, but we packed up and started heading to the hospital because I hadn't even packed a bag. I was such an amateur. I didn't know what I was doing. I actually had a little bit of a mental breakdown. I was so scared. I actually didn't have any fear leading up to birth my entire pregnancy, but it's like the second I knew that I was going to have to actually give birth and it was happening and the moment was here, I did have a little bit of a panic, but Justin is a very calm presence and he did such a great job just making me feel calm and better. So we drove to the hospital and it was, of course, in fact, my water, and I got admitted, but I didn't get any contractions until about 2 a.m. and my water broke at 8 p.m. So I did have a pretty easy time for the first 6 hours, but once those contractions started, you guys know if you have had a baby, it is insanely painful. I ended up laboring for 25 hours and then they finally decided on a C-section because he was coming sunny side up and a little bit sideways and it just wasn't going to happen. I was 9.5 centimeters and nothing was progressing. So I had him on June 5th and it was honestly the happiest day of my life. Of course, followed by the 2 other happiest days of my life when the girls were born. But that's my little birth story and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Feel like home, a faded mind, so we stay blind. Oh,
These cupcakes definitely didn't turn out perfectly, but I think they look really good and Grayson was so excited to bring them to class the next day. But that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did make it to this point in the video, leave me a red heart emoji down below in the comments so I know you made it all the way to the end, and I will see you all next week with a brand new video. Bye guys.